Sup YouTube, welcome back to another video documenting my journey to legend. Perhaps you're wondering where I've been. Well, truth be told, I've been slumped with work this entire week, and because of that, I haven't been able to upload consistently. I haven't uploaded a single short. Hopefully you guys haven't forgotten about me, and this week will be a lot more consistent. For anybody that did submit battles in the previous season or in the previous league, I probably won't get to them. I'm really sorry, that's on me. However, I do want to showcase more battle submissions. The video going up tomorrow after this video will be a viewer submitted battle video. If you want to get your battles shoutcasted or just seen on this channel, definitely submit them in the link down below. Before I get started with the battles, I want to give a massive thank you to all you guys. As of recording this video, we're just about to hit or pass 1900 subs. I'm honestly blown away. I can't believe it, man. Like 1900 of you decided to follow me. Follow along with my journey. Yes, we did hit legend last season, which was amazing. So thank you. A big thank you to you guys. And now without further delay, let's get into these battles. So this team is not of my own creation. It was actually thought up of and dropped in the Discord, links down below, by the one and only Gojo Sensei. He was rocking Charizard, Tree, and Swampier, and I'm pretty sure his Charizard was rocking Wing Attack. Daga, kono channel de wa chigau koto surudayo. So we're rocking Dragon Breath Shadowzard. And of course, we're met with a shitty ass lead in the beginning. So I swap into the tree, they're not swapping out. We can tank a lunge, so I'm feeling, I don't know how I'm feeling, if I'm being honest. They bring in their own tree, and I'm like, screw it, I'm only getting into one move, might as well go for the balls and right to the face. So that was pretty cool. And they do try to farm me down, which they will get to, and I'm just hoping they lost track of energy. They did, so we have a shield advantage, which is great. I believe they're at another lunge, and I'm counting. They're one away, if I'm not mistaken, from the next lunge, but I do have to start shielding something. So I do send off the next Hydro, and they shield. And I think I can outpace to the next move. So I do shield, and they come in with a Kingdra, and they didn't see the fast move, which is the only way we win this game. Otherwise, I think this would have been much closer, because we definitely would have died to an Octazooka. I haven't been playing as many battles as you can see. I haven't even hit 10 yet. I will by the end of this video. But yeah, I'm still in the single digit ranks. My opponent, I believe, didn't build up to the Shadow Ball. Otherwise, I would have respected it. Charizard is incredibly glassy. This is a Seed Bomb, double resisted, but it KOs. I let it go because I figured I'm up a shield. I'm going to come in with the tree and farm down. They don't get to another move, so that's amazing for me. And what do they bring in? They bring in the Galvantula. And I guess they tried to catch, and I just overfarm for no reason. I was just kind of stunned that my opponent would do that. And so they bring in the Marini, and I'm going to throw, I think, a little before CMP because I didn't want to hit or cap out at 100 energy. They do let it go, and now I'm going to throw the Hydro Cannon, force the last shield, and then I can let Swampier go down because the Haunted Neck of the Woods is going to take care of this game. So they do send off some energy. They might have not. Yeah, they wouldn't have been able to farm down. And we launch the Shadow Balls. We take them out. This team did really well for me. Thank you, Aura, for suggesting the team. I only had positive sets with this team, which isn't really saying a lot, right? I haven't even hit my actual ELO ranking yet. So there's that. But this team is pretty strong, and I'm going to try to keep rocking it. We managed to get a shield from the Zard, and I'm going to bring back in my Lizard and try to Dragon Breath this thing down. As you can see, those Dragon Breaths are chunking. I do have a really good IV Charizard, and I also, because I evolved this Charizard when we were able to evolve for Dragon Breath and Blast Burn, I believe, I didn't want to Elite TM it off just yet. I wanted to give it a shot, see if it worked. It's probably better with Wing Attack, if I'm being completely honest. But that Dragon Breath chunks. Nothing in this meta resists it, really. I don't think there are any Charmers. I could be wrong. Well, yeah, I guess I am wrong, right? We could see the grass Charmer. I forget the freaking name of it. I want to call it Wiggles, but it's not. What the hell is the name? Doesn't matter. It's not important. The point is that we're going to lose this game. I'm not able to get enough damage off of this. I was hoping maybe I could survive a Volt Switch there, but not a shot. Obama. What do? They swap out into a Sea King, and I made a mistake. Trevenant is a much better answer to this thing, but I panicked. And now this is going to cost me this game. And then I figure, you know, they've debuffed me once, so I might as well go for the big move. Nah, they said, nah, we're taking switch. So I'm going to shield. I'm going to go for another big move, try to get their second shield. And you're going to see what happens. I throw right before their next move because I wasn't sure who wins CMP. I know Sea King is really annoying. Had I baited, there would have been the Earthquake. So I should have baited. And I swap out immediately to not give this thing any more farm. But that's probably going to end up being a mistake because they get to one more goddamn move. Now I have to shield. I am pretty much down to one lizard. That's not going to do anything here. And I think they're going to be able to farm me down. Yep. So I'm going to wait out my switch timer as much as I can. Hopefully I can make a catch of some sort because that's my only win con. But there's a in the back. I wanted to see how much this Blast Burn, Shadow Blast Burn did just for science. And then we top left. Yep. So that sucked. All right, Flying Toilet versus Smaug. This isn't as bad as you would think. I believe I was trying to see when my opponent would throw, right? Try to like read your opponent, see when is it that they decide to throw their moves, if they farm one over, if they throw right away. And then because of that, I'm going to catch on what I assumed would be their throw. We do get the Weather Ball, which is great. They bring in their own tree. I'm going to bait to try to see if they won't farm down. But as you're going to see, I'm not going to make it to another move thanks to that chip damage from the Weather Ball. So that was kind of risky. If they had no shielded, I would have been cooked. And then I think I bring in the lizard. And I'm going to shield this. And they bait. Why? Why must you bait? We do get the Dragon Claw off. The Flying Toilet's going to come back in. I believe they're not going to reach a move. And that was my only saving grace because in the back is a Ferrothorn. So luckily for me. Yeah, luckily for me. I don't know where I was going with that. My opponent was, I guess, a little upset and closed the game. But we take those. Another Flying Toilet. This one's not going to do me so well. You're going to see how this is going to turn out. So I try to do the same thing, right? I try to read. And I'm like, okay, all right. You know, they're throwing that X move. I can't really count the moves right now when I'm commentating. I'm gonna throw one before they get to the next move. And then I believe I was one shy. Yeah, I should have swapped into Trevenant, but I lost track of moves. And then I think I can farm this thing down, which I can, which is beautiful. But then they come in with a Shift Tree, and I bait. And what do? They must be rocking that Oh Savage by Johnny Depp because they called a freaking bait, man. Ah, she made me so tight. And now I'm gonna outpace to this move, and I let in a free Bullet Seed, which is another noob move. But now they're at the back-to-back, and I didn't know it at the time, but Shiftry wins CMP against Charizard, especially with a great IV lizard. So, yep. We're gonna lose this game, because what do you think is in the back? What do you think is in the back? This man must hate Swampert. And I hate him. So good job, bro. Nice team. All right, Swampier in the lead. My only answer is a Swampert. If I've noticed anything from Swampert teams, it's they're usually weak to Swampert in the back, which is why you can sometimes bring in your own Swampier. We do go for the Hydro Cannon, and we lose CMP. And here I should have let this go. I should have taken my shield advantage and then came in with the tree. But instead, I try to get their second shield, which is fine to an extent, but now they have farmed me down. I'm going to wait out my switch timer so that I can bring in Trevenant just in case they want to switch lock themselves. They don't. I believe they built up to a Sludge Wave, and I don't respect it, and so I get sludged right in the face. Take it right to the face. I had lost track of their energy a little bit. I wasn't sure if they were on their 4th cycle or 5 cycle, so I did throw kind of on their 4. But they have a Galvantula in the back, so I think a Shadow Ball KOs from full health. And it must be... No, I thought they closed that. And now we're sort of looking okay. I'm like, damn, a Cargo. But then I noticed how much that Dragon Claw does. And I'm like, oh my god, it's already like basically 1/3 of the way to death. And I'm like, can we outpace? And we do. I throw on horrible alignment, but it doesn't really matter at this point. We're going to take it out. I believe my opponent should have brought in the Mag Cargo, and then I would have been screwed. Ferrothorn lead. With Wing Attack, this is probably not bad. With Dragon Breath, this is kind of dicey, but my opponent doesn't build up to a Thunder, so I don't respect it. And they bring in Sharpedo, and this is why I included this. Look at me about to get soused. Oh man, this guy's about to wipe the floor with me. I know this is Shadow Sharpedo, but I gotta come in with Charizard to try to get some damage off. I throw right before their Poison Fang, and look at this. I'm not able to farm them down in time, so now they can debuff me. And here is where I make a most crucial error. I let the Poison Fang through. Because I let that Poison Fang through, your boy is gonna die with 2 shields. So we launched the Earthquake. Look at this. Look at this. It doesn't KO. What an absolute monster that little piece of crap is. Had I been able to get to that Earthquake would have KO'd from that health. So, yeah, lesson learned. Use your goddamn shields. They bring in a Kingdra onto my Shadow Dragon Breath Lizard, and now they're Chicken Gizzard. They come back in with the Stunfisk. I'm a little slow to swap out because I was like, what the hell is this? So we bring in the tree, and, you know, I'm still making some new plays. I'm like, oh yeah, Shadow Ball hits harder. Shadow Ball hits harder. Go for the Seed Bomb. Shadow Ball does hit harder, but if you're only getting to 1 move, that's when you go for the Shadow Ball. I could have gone to the back-to-back Seed Bombs and spared myself from getting hit in the face with another Mud Bomb. Lucky for me, I resist all these moves, so that's not the worst decision in the world. They come back in with the Obama, and I'm gonna launch a Seed Bomb because I expect a shield. And now I can come into Swamp here. They build up to the Energy Ball, so I'm gonna respect it, even though it's high likely they bait. And I'm gonna throw 1 before they get to the Energy Ball because I will lose CMP. And I think this was only a Weather Ball, so we call that. And I'm at the Hydro, and now they have to shield if they want to survive. And I believe I can outpace to a Dragon Claw, and I think I'm going to throw right away, just because I want to take this thing out before they get wise. And the Stunfisk is almost dead, so we take that game. I got a little dicey because I misplayed it like a fool. All right, we got the Tubby Bunny up against the Lizard. Obviously, I swap out because that's a horrible match. And I'm going to full send the Earthquake. Everyone always shields, but not this guy. This guy was feeling ballsy today. And he gets hit with an Earthquake, so that was kind of nice. They are rocking Play Rough, though, so we do respect it. I wasn't sure if a Hydro KO'd from that range, so I did go for the Earthquake. Massive overkill, maybe, but we do get a shield, and that's fine. And now I'm going to let Swampert go down. And I believe I'm going to bring in the tree. They're on their 5 cycle if they have Ice Beam, so I'm going to throw at 7, which would be 1 turn before their next move. Also, I don't know why I just thought of this, but I was watching OG Namboy's video as of today recording this, which I think is a Friday. If you go back and watch his video, his team wipes the floor with mine, so if you're looking to counter this team, definitely run that team. But this team was a lot of fun. I was expecting them to go straight for the Brave Bird because that's really the only way they lose the game. Or don't lose the game. I could have sworn this Ninetales was at more energy than it is gonna be at. Because this Weather Ball from a Shadow on Shadow is gonna take me out. And I think they could have gone for a Weather Ball. I'm not entirely sure, but I think they could have gone for a Weather Ball, but I believe they were building up to a bigger move. And because of that, we're able to KO them. Maybe I was wrong on my counting, but I'm not exactly sure. This is kind of an awkward matchup. I do have 2 sort of better responses in the back. Trevenant's not the best response. And I'm going to just go straight for the Dragon Claw, even though Blast Burn probably does more damage. But we do get a shield. I'm just hoping they don't bait. They don't, so that's great. And we insta-swap into the correct swap. This was accidental, but this is what you should swap in if you see a goddamn Sea King. Because Seed Bomb will KO. And now I'm going to be hit with an Icy Wind, right? And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'll throw 1 before. Again, I'm not sure who wins CMP. So I throw 1 or 2 before they reach the next one. I'm like, does it KO? Even the buffed it KOs. So that was beautiful. I'm going to build up to the Shadow Ball, force them to dump their energy. And I believe they try to get wise, and I survive. Those IVs coming in clutch. We launch the Shadow Ball, take this thing out. And lucky for me, I swapped it to Charizard because I would have been cooked. I would have been diced liver if I brought in Swampert. We managed to take out a little Colo. So that was wow. That was a good game. Horrible lead. Horrible. What do? Again, Swampier. Now, lucky for me, they sort of lagged before swapping out, and they don't decide to throw a Hydro, which was great. even better for me. And because I noticed that they're at half health, I'm like, okay, 2 Hydros take them out. They're not at the back-to-back yet, so I'm gonna throw on proper timing, get off this Hydro. Hopefully it either grabs a shield or takes them out, grabs a shield, and they don't overfarm. And now I believe that I can farm this thing down with Shadow Dragon Breath. And the move, not the Pokemon, although that would be a pretty cool name. We managed to get it. I believe they were 1 or 2 turns away, something like that. And they're gonna bring back in Swampier, and your boy is gonna make another mistake. Check this out. So I shield, and I'm like, these Dragon Breaths chunking. I could probably farm down. But I get hit with just a little bit of lag, and I lost track. Had I thrown the Dragon Claw and they shielded, right? Like they had to shield. Had they shielded, we could have had that. We could have had the 1 KO through the shield, 1 HP KO through the shield, and we probably could have got that game. I might have tried to catch the Brave Bird on the tree, and that would have been GG's, but a little bit of lag and a little bit of cockiness, and we lost that game. All the trees bait. I haven't been hit by the balls just yet, and they're gonna go for another Seed Bomb because fuck them. But this guy is smart. Catches on the Tentacruel, and I'm gonna make a bunch of misplays here. This is probably the correct swap in, but I go for the Hydro thinking that it would be in farm down range. However, this Scald, which is not a brine, does so much more than a brine, and then I realize that I'm about to die. So I launch another Hydro. They're gonna come back in with the tree, I believe. And at this point I was thinking, okay, maybe double poison in the back. They were trying to bait out a Swampy, and I bring in my own tree. And this is only a Seed Bomb, so I'm not gonna shield. A better player might have caught on the Charizard, but I wanted to save that for this Ferrothorn, and which is probably the smarter play, because the Seed Bomb wouldn't do too much damage. And we do manage to catch, which was a beautiful. They take us out with a Power Whip, and then I just have to hope. I just have to hope that I throw on proper timing, but I don't because I'm a noob. I got sloppy. I do still have a shield. I just have to hope that I outpace. Lucky for me, it looks like they're running Flash Cannon or Thunder, and we managed to get to the Seed Bomb, even though we threw on poor timing, and we take that W. Next up. Oh yeah, this is a pretty long video. I forgot. If you haven't already, kick back, relax, grab a snack. Tree comes in. Or we're up against the tree. I go for the Dragon Claw because I figure if they shield, I can just farm down. And most of them shield. And most of them bait. Does this one bait? Do I respect the bait? I respect the bait, but they bait. Goddamn master of baiting. They're bringing a Marini. I'm a little slow to the swap. I wanted to build up back to a Dragon Claw because nothing here is too threatening. Tree has a lot worse of a matchup against this thing. I don't know what this thing looks like a tank. Like a little house tank. Shit makes no sense to me. But we full send the Earthquake, and they're probably going to come back in and farm me down with this tree, which is going to be my undoing. And at this point, I'm already thinking, okay, you know what? Come in with the Lizard. Let them take you out, and then you're going to come in with the tree and farm down, and hopefully that's your win con. I go straight for the Dragon Claw to try to force a CMP, but what do? They catch again! And I'm hoping this is a Acid Spray. I believe they didn't build up to the Scald. It is, and now I just have to overfarm. Hope I have the back-to-back. Lucky for me, I didn't panic, and I didn't throw the Shadow Ball, because the Seed Bomb is enough from here. I have the Shadow Ball. We win CMP. Even if we didn't, we had a shield, and it's lights out for the tree. So that was a dope game. Also really well played by my opponent. This is a perfect lead. How do I fuck this up? By, well, let me let you see what I do.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer. Every night.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how we messed this one up. That's why I left that in. I'm like, oh man, I'm cooked. I am done. What's in the back? Another water. This man hates Swampy Air as well. Man can't stand the mud boy. So I just top left before they see how dominant of a position they were in. Another Galvantula lead. Again, I'll swap into the tree. This time they do have a response in the Marini. A Sludge Wave takes you out. So I'm just gonna go straight for the Shadow Ball. We get a shield, which is best case scenario. And now I don't know if they built up to the Sludge Wave, but I'm just forcing them to throw energy, and I'm just gonna go for another Shadow Ball. on the CMP. So yes, maybe I did call the bait. And this is best case scenario. Now I'm thinking I can come back in with Charizard, farm this thing down, and hopefully trust in 2 shield Swampy. Let's see what I do. Yeah, come back in with the Lizard. We're gonna farm this thing down. I believe they just barely got to the move there. And they come in with an Azu. And I'm like, oh, goddamn. Okay, I'm gonna throw before this guy gets to a move. Force a shield, which I do. I believe a Hydro would have KO'd from there from a Shadow. And I have to start shielding something. I think I'm only gonna shield once. I do get to the Earthquake, yep. So I only shielded once. I only had to shield once. And now I am debuffed once. So I'm gonna shield this. I notice my switch timer is coming up. I'm gonna try to hit this thing with a Blast Burn. They are getting their Ice Beam right now. They can't stack back-to-back moves. I have the Earthquake loaded. This is Mo Warida. And they cook us, and then we cook them. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this very nice serving of, I don't know what the hell that is, a Rotund Bunny. I think this is the last episode, the last battle. And so with this set, we managed to, again, all positive sets, a lot of misplays on my part. We did manage to finally climb past into the double digits. I don't know how well I'm doing. I think I was at around like a 70% win rate. So, you know, so far so good. Thank you again, Gojo Sensei, for the team recommendation. I totally stole it from you. Again, Discord link down below if you want to get some more team recommendations. People are always dropping them in the comments. It's actually really helpful for somebody that is horrible at team building. And yeah, I'm back. Hopefully in full swing. You'll see a video every day this week. Knock on wood. And I'll catch you in that next video. Peace.